So in this video, we're going to go over properties of trigonometric functions. So we're going to teach you values of sine, cosine, tangent, and all the reciprocals. Okay. So in the last section, you learned that we have a unit circle with a radius of 1, and that there exist terminal points. For example, pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, and at each terminal point, there's an x and y coordinate. So for example, at pi over 6, the x-coordinate is root 3 over 2, and the y-coordinate is 1/2. So we're going to teach you some of the trigonometric functions that go along with this. So we're given that cosine of t equals x, and sine of t equals y. So from there, we also know that tangent of t equals y over x. So then we know the reciprocals of each of these. The reciprocal of cosine is secant. So secant t is equal to 1 over x. For sine, the reciprocal is cosecant. So cosecant t equals 1 over y. And finally, the reciprocal for tangent is cotangent. So cotangent t equals x over y. Okay, so in the next slide, we're going to apply some of these. So we have terminal point 11 pi over 6, and at this point, we have to find sine of t and cosine of t. So let's find 11 pi over 6 on the unit circle. See, that's here, and we have that the x-coordinate is root 3 over 2, and the y-coordinate is negative 1/2. We also know, again, that sine t is equal to y and cosine of t is equal to x. So from that, we can just put some arrows, and we know that cosine of 11 pi over 6 equals root 3 over 2, and sine 11 pi over 6 equals negative 1/2. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this one's a bit harder because we have a value that is greater than 2 pi, and we also have to find the trigonometric functions for all 6 of them. So first, let's find 19 pi over 3. So if we could take one rotation around the unit circle, we are at 6 pi over 3, another 12 pi over 3, another 18 pi over 3. So that leaves us with 1 pi over 3, which brings us here. So here, x is 1/2, and y is root 3 over 2. Okay, so from this we know, again, cosine of t is x. Therefore, cosine of 19 pi over 3 is equal to 1/2. And we know that sine of t is equal to y, so sine of 19 pi over 3 is equal to root 3 over 2. Okay, so reminder that tan of t is equal to y over x. So for tan of 19 pi over 3, this is root 3 over 2 times 1/2 over 1/2, which turns into root 3 over 2 times 2, because that's the reciprocal of 1/2. These cancel out, and you are left with root 3. Okay, now let's do the reciprocals. Secant of t is 1 over x. So secant of 19 pi over 3 is equal to 1 over 1/2, which is 2. Okay, as for the reciprocal of sine, we know that that is cosecant of t, which is 1 over y. Therefore, cosecant of 19 pi over 3 is 1 over root 3 over 2, which is just 2 over root 3. Lastly, we have cotangent. So cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, which means this is x over y. So cotangent of 19 pi over 3 is equal to 1/2 over root 3 over 2. which is just 1/2 times 2 over root 3. So we cancel out the 2's, we are left with 1 over root 3.